This is breaking news from ThailandTV.news. Now all the Thailand news is in one place. The latest reports from around the clock and around the world. Breaking Thailand news from all the world's top news sources, translated into 11 languages and updated 24 hours a day. Here's Ali with more.
ThailandTV.news has it all. The latest news, weather and sports updates, plus up-to-the-minute events listings and fun things to do in Thailand. And that's not all. There's also entertainment, lifestyle and travel news, including the latest visa information. If it's happening in Thailand, you'll find it here at ThailandTV.news.
It's all here at ThailandTV.news. All the latest news, weather, sports, they even cover ice hockey. It's all done at ThailandTV.news. Yes, it's all the Thailand news, all in one place.
This is Thailand's biggest night for hockey. This is Hockey Night in Thailand.
Well, all we can hope is for a second half of our doubleheader that is anywhere close to as entertaining as the first half was. Adam Gottschalk, Greg Beatty, and the crew from Bangkok, Thailand, where we're getting set for SIAM Mandalay and Aware in the second half of our double dip from the Thailand International Ice Hockey Arena. And Greg, we'll move on to the second game. Tell me about SIAM Mandalay and Aware. We just saw an upset in game one as KCG went down. Lexicon Lumberjacks got the win. SIAM Mandalay 3-7, Aware 2-8. Not too late for either team to make a run, but they have to start now, and they have to start finding their identities. SIAM Mandalay comes in having lost 2 in a row after a promising mid-season stretch. Aware, 4-game losing streak. Something has to give. What's that going to be today?
Well, tonight they got to turn things around. They got to play hard all 3 periods. They got to come out with some enthusiasm because if they start quick and they start well, they're going to build up their confidence. And I think part of the problem is a confidence problem. That's why they've been off to a slow seasonal start. They got to turn things around tonight. They can do it this game. The first game was a very low-scoring game. I think we're going to see quite a few goals in this game.
I think that we're going to see one from Tom Stasny for sure. We know that he warmed up because he was standing over our shoulders during the first game. We got to see the entire warm-up routine from 92 in green as he went through the whole stick handling. I know Keith was just going crazy to my left, saying, can you please, I think Alex Ovechkin could be upstairs. Basically anybody other than like Stan Mikita, one of your old Blackhawks legends, could be upstairs warming up. And right. Keith would say, nah, you know what? We have a broadcast to do.
That's right.
That sound is bothering me. Can you please move, Mr. Gretzky?
Well, that's how Stasny prepares for the game. So in the dressing room, in the locker room, he's exercising, doing calisthenics 30 minutes before game time.
I guess when your last name is Stasny, you grow up knowing how to prepare for a game. We're excited to see number 10 in red. This is his first game, as far as I'm aware, in the SHL. Certainly his first game this season. His name is Danila Kadyrov, and he's in from Tatarstan. And we were told by Dom, the administrator for the league, he told us before the game that Danila is one of the best players he's seen in person here. He's a guy who's flying out next week to go play professionally in the Czech Republic, which is obviously one of the great hockey playing countries in the world. So this is an Aware team that obviously lost the guy they were counting on to be their primary goal scoring threat when the season started. For reasons that have been discussed ad nauseum during this season. Having a guy who's got scoring ability, and you see him in front of us on the ice, he's wearing jersey number 10. Excited to see him play and see what that does for the offense for Aware. But this is the guy that we've been told to keep an eye out for. Danila Kadyrov is his name, and unfortunately, because of his professional hockey obligations, he's not going to be a long-time member of the SIAM Hockey League, at least not this season. But really excited to watch him play. Couple more substitutions in this game. So for Aware, Thor Chartsuwan is playing. But the reason why I'm laughing is because I'm looking at the substitutions for SIAM Mandalay, and I see a guy wearing jersey number 6, and his name is Mankorn Sukwibun. And this is after playing in a tournament earlier today, playing in the first game of Hockey Night in Thailand. But did you say this is his 5th hockey game today?
Yep, 5th hour of hockey, all in one day.
Can I say that I got tired driving to the arena, in case anybody wasn't watching earlier and didn't hear me make that same joke an hour and a half ago? That's a shot snapped on net from Bonazzo in the early going for SIAM Mandalay. And now, guess who? There's Kadyrov ahead of the pack, and he tries to thread the needle, but it's intercepted by Stasny. All right, so let's catch our breath. SIAM Mandalay wearing the white jerseys trimmed in green and black. Stasny fires, saved. Aware is in the red, our goalkeeper matchup. And these are two guys who we haven't seen quite as often this season as their perhaps more famous counterparts. Here's Kadyrov. He's got Maillard alongside. Kadyrov takes it in, and he's got these long arms and a big reach. That's the first thing we see from him. The stick just feels 10 feet long in his hands. He's got it behind the net for Aware. That's Kadyrov, number 10 in red, towards the middle, and it's poked aside by, and that gives me the segue, Igor Sikora.
Yeah, it's
Sikora in net for SIAM Mandalay, Jimmy McAleer for Aware. And Greg, our goalkeeping matchup today, what do we expect to see?
okay. I'll tell you, Jimmy McAleer, I think he allowed 7 goals last game, but I thought he was the star of the game for his team. So I'm going to expect another big game out of him. Igor hasn't played for a while. He's always solid. He's always good. I do think it's going to be a bit of a high-scoring game, but not at the goalie's fault. I just think it's going to go back and forth. We got a couple scores out there, especially that number 10, Danila Kadyrov. So let's see what happens.
Numbers not great for McAleer this year. Just below 50% save percentage and 8 goals allowed per game. But really young guy, and seems to be getting his confidence every time he's on the ice, and you expect that he will be a star in this league before his playing days are done. Igor Sikora, 2 games played going into this one, numbers pretty good, 87% save percentage and 3.5 goals allowed per game. And there you go, now you're set for this one. That one was deflected wide by Ed McConnell. First 2 shots registered in this game are for Aware. And here is Devin Michael for Aware. Carrying in, fires the centering pass. It was poked wide by Bauer and taken back by SIAM Mandalay. And Dan Sinagulia, he stays on side at the line, as fortunately for him, his teammates were changing. Andrew Sia will work it around McConnell. He's got CJ Gamble calling for it in front of the cage. Gamble was looking for the centering pass. Instead, Sinagulia will shoot one towards the net that was deflected high into the corner. CJ Gamble, Dan Sinagulia, and Ed McConnell, the forwards on the ice for SIAM Mandalay. There's Sia and Ralph Dittmer on the back line. So coming into this one again, SIAM Mandalay 3-7. Negative 19 goal differential this year. For Aware 2-8, negative 26. There's stick handling. What a play for Aware by Harrison Oztamel, the captain, who very nearly had a no-look shot on net registered over his shoulder, but couldn't quite get that one away. Stasny snaps one, gloved by McAleer.
Yep, nice save, Jimmy, on a good shot.
That lets us take a look at our home team, which on the scoreboard is SIAM Mandalay. I want to thank you so much for joining us today here on our presentation of Hockey Night in Thailand. That was deflected in front. Scott Murray on the ice, who got his stick down, got a piece of that one, but it stays out. Here's Mike Friesen. This line, Friesen and Stasny together for SIAM Mandalay, has generated a lot of offense the last few weeks. Ross has that one deflected wide. Mike Friesen now third in the league in points. He has 20 coming into this game. Nearly had another one there as he fed Stasny, whose shot was ripped high, and that's taken away. And now, what a move. Here's the breakaway from Kadyrov. Kadyrov in, and he scores. Welcome to the SHL, Danila Kadyrov. What a goal.
Nice play, and he's starting on defense, right? So that was a nice rushing defenseman play there. No, now he's left wing, but he started out on defense, and now he's playing left wing. Beautiful shot.
Just looking at my notes being sent to me from the league, that Eth Vatani Pikul is also in the lineup for Aware today, wearing jersey number 6, just in case you see a 6 out there that we don't have on our full-time stat sheet. You know, good note from Dom. Thanks for telling us before the game to watch this kid, Danila. I mean, I say kid, I have never met him before. He might be 40, I have no idea, but he is a dynamic talent, and he scored the game's first goal. He has it again, and I see why Dom said we would feel lucky to watch him play. Aware leads 1-0, although the scoreboard does not show it yet. Dan Sinagulya takes it away. Was that goal washed out, or is the scoreboard just a bit behind?
No, I think the scoreboard's behind.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
That was a good goal. And also on Kadyrov's first shift, he passed the puck, so he's not just looking to pop in goals all night long. He's passing the puck as well. He's a good team player from what I see so far.
So it's Nico Cadiz, Harrison Oztamel, and Devin Michael, the forwards for Aware, leading 1-0. They win the draw cleanly. That's Eth, whose name we just called. The scoreboard's still not showing 1-0. I'm not quite worried yet that something happened that we weren't aware of, but I would like to see that updated to that 1-0 score so I don't feel like we messed up. Either way, doesn't matter. Let's say unofficially 1-0 to count in favor of Aware. Andrew Sia for SIAM Mandalay will circle off and feed Stasny. Here's Tom Stasny, 1-on-3. He'll buy time for his teammates to change lines. Still has it. Stasny hooks off. He's got Dittmer waiting behind him on the blue line, who tees one up, fires deflected. It is loose and wide and taken back by Aware, where Nico Cadiz and Andrew Sia will do battle in the corner for the loose puck. In the end, it's Devin Michael who comes away with it behind the cage, but Dittmer and Sia both put a stick in to poke that one away. Adam Gottschalk, Greg Beatty, and the crew here from Bangkok, Thailand, a 1-0 Aware lead over SIAM Mandalay, unless somehow that goal was washed out and we don't know it because the scoreboard still has... It's not even that it doesn't show the goal, it doesn't even show the shot yet. Meanwhile, Jeff Bonazzo very nearly got that one past McAleer, but he goes down to kick the pads up and make that save and keep it out. Scott Murray stays on sides as he corrals that puck. He'll allow his teammates to change.
Yeah, it looks like Scott could have had a breakaway there, but he lost it in his skate.
There it is. Hey, scoreboard finally updated. It only took about 10 minutes. Matthew Maillard in, saved, stopped by Sikora. Went down, stayed with it. Maillard, who missed last week. It's good to have him back in the lineup for Aware. And that's a steal and a turnover. Maillard has it, gives it back, and Maillard puts it home. So we see Kadyrov with a goal and an assist as that one. He collected on the rebound, and it ends up on the stick of Matthew Maillard for goal number 4 And just like that, it's a 2-0 lead for Aware. Yep. And SIAM Mandalay, they certainly didn't expect this one to be a 2-0 deficit early, but still only 8.5 minutes into the opening period. And it's 2-0 Aware, and they are playing with a lot of confidence.
Yep, and they updated the scoreboard a little more quickly this time.
Matthew Maillard's fourth goal of the season. And here is Kadyrov again. That one just trickled out of his reach. Every time he touches the puck now, you hear everybody sort of hold their breath here. Oh, no, let me Google search the name. If he's a professional player, there's going to be some record. Everybody, there's a page on everybody. There's a page on you.
Yep, it might just be the Danila Kadyrov story tonight. He's a threat every time he's out there. And he's making his line mates look really good too. And vice versa.
All right, Danila Kadyrov, born in Kazan from Tatarstan in Russia. Date of birth, March 2004. He's 18 years old.
Wow, I have shoes older than that.
I mean, actually, literally wearing shoes that are probably older than that. Officially listed on EliteProspects.com as 5'9", 154, or in more non-American units, 1.75 and 70 kilos, as we see Dan Sinagulia skating off. I didn't see what the call was, but it'll be a power play for Aware. Left-handed shot. If those are his numbers. If he's 1.75, then either he's still growing, which at his age is very possible, or he has a 12-foot wingspan for somebody who's 5'9".
Well, you know what? I saw him in the dressing room. He came in while I was talking to some of the guys, and I think he's a bit taller than 5'9". I'd peg him at maybe minimum 5'10", if not 5'11".
SIAM Mandalay down 2-0. Jeff Bonazzo has it. It is. Do I see 4-on-4? This might have been matching minors, because I don't see either team with a fifth guy out there. Tell me if you're.
Yes, you are right.
I think I'm counting correct. Yeah, I could have just looked on the scoreboard where
matching penalties.
But yeah, matching penalties, and so we are 4 aside. And there's a goal. Mike Friesen, that sensational season he's having continues, and just like that, we have ourselves a hockey game. 8th goal, 22nd point of the season for Friesen, 3rd in the league for the SIAM Mandalay captain, and it's 2-1.
It was not a strong shot, but it was a well-placed shot. Those ones are hard to stop. Lower blocker corner.
Almost a knuckle puck that just got, as you said, like that one had some vision on it. So Mike Friesen on the board for SIAM Mandalay, and we have ourselves a very entertaining first period. Here's Andrew Sia carrying in 1-on-3, the defenseman jumping up on the play for SIAM Mandalay. 1 minute left, 4 aside. That one kicked down and skate to stick from Stasny, leading to a Ralph Dittmer slap shot, and there's going to be a power play. That is a call against Ono Susutikul on a trip against Sia, and that will be a SIAM Mandalay power play. Igor Sikora was halfway to the bench as the whistle came and clock was stopped. We're ending up we're going to have a pretty full penalty box area here right below us.
Yep, so this is SIAM Mandalay's chance to even the score up.
4-on-3. It's almost overtime. It's a lot of open ice here. It'll only be a 10-second 4-on-3 though, and then we'll go to 5-on-4. Ed McConnell with it, drops it off back to Andrew Ross, who tee up a slap shot, gets the deflection he wanted, but it stays on the ice. Didn't get the elevation for McConnell, and that one will go the length where it's chased down by Kadyrov. Kadyrov has it, Maillard's with him, and here, short-handed, he'll just skate back.
He's going to eat the clock.
Run some clock, and reset. Daring anybody to take it off his stick. It's 2-1 Aware, our score. Final 3 minutes and 45 seconds here of the opening period. Pretty entertaining opening period thus far. It is a SIAM Mandalay power play. And that's Mancorn, number 6, who scored in the opening game for a different team. I don't know how many teams he scored for in the tournament he played this afternoon, and he rifles a slap shot that's kicked aside by Jimmy McAleer. And here, ahead of everybody, is Kelly Shim. Shim has a breakaway. Kelly Shim! Nice move and a nice shot, but an even better save by Igor Sikora, who's able to stay with it. That was I think that was probably exactly where Shim tried to put it. He elevated it, and he got it above the blocker side, but still kept out, and we have a whistle here, and let's see what that is.
Yeah, we call that a cherry picker play. He was 2 lines up from the puck and waiting for the pass. He got the pass and skated in on the breakaway, but it was a nice save by Igor.
So this will be a offensive zone faceoff for the shorthanded team, Aware, which runs a whole bunch of clock. 30 seconds left of penalty time, and CJ Gamble with McConnell looking for a 2-on-1, but the puck just a bit out of his reach as it bounces over his stick. We'll run a little bit more clock now as Aware will chase it down and force SIAM Mandalay to reset. Mancorn fires the pass to Friesen. A little bit behind him, but Friesen still stays with it, gets it onside. Last 10 seconds of the power play. Friesen to the middle looking for Stasny. It goes over his stick, but Mancorn has it. Looking to center it. Power play time expiring in 2 and 1. Back to full and even strength. It's still SIAM Mandalay possession. Tom Stasny. Friesen was cutting towards the goal. Instead, it is poked away. Stasny gets it right back, and SIAM Mandalay resets. That one sort of chunked off the stick of Saku Rantanen, the forward for SIAM Mandalay. That's a shot from about 15 feet from Kadyrov. That was saved by Sikora. 9 shots for Aware, 6 for SIAM Mandalay officially, but it feels like more than that. We've had a whole bunch that have been just high, just wide, a whole bunch of scoring opportunities in the first, most of them involving this man right here, and that is a perfect pass to the doorstep. Kadyrov to Maillard, second time in the period we say that connection. It's 3-1 Aware, and all 3 goals, it's Kadyrov factoring in. He's got one of them himself, 2 assists, Maillard 2 goals, and that was pretty.
And Kadyrov, he could have taken the shot there, but he elected to pass it. Again, not a selfish player. He's a team player. You can see that right away.
Well, not just that, but that was the right decision to pass it there because Maillard had an open cage. Here's Ernesto Bauer looking for more, but it's taken away. So we reached the final half minute of the opening period. I will remind our network affiliates this is going to be a local break coming up. A local break coming for our network affiliates, so just be aware of that. Here's Tom Stasny. He's got a 3-on-2. Stasny in, fires, saved, and covered by McAleer.
Nice save, Jimmy.
That should all but run out the clock here in the opening period. I'm not sure if we will even bother to take this face-off with 6, with 5, and it's 3-1 Aware, and that's it. We go to the second period, and what an entertaining first period this was. I'm going to drink some water and sit down. 3-1 Aware our score. This is the biggest night for hockey in Thailand. Hockey night in Thailand. I'm going to get it right one of these days. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
Today that everything is going my way. Now this is what I'm talking about. Every time I see your smile, it makes me shout, let's go!
back for the second period of the teams switch sides. So SIAM Mandalay will move right to left as we see it here. They're in the white, trimmed in black and green. Aware now moving from left to right. They're in the red. Dan Sinagulia with the interception. He's got Gamble alongside, fires right into the glove of Jimmy McAleer, who didn't even move. I mean, that glove, he didn't even move the glove. He just held it at his side. The puck found it, and we get the whistle. Adam Gottschalk and Greg Beatty and the crew. Greg, thoughts on an entertaining first period of hockey?
It's a wild one, and it's going to be a high-scoring game, but the way this is going.
Andrews, yeah, a little slap pass towards the middle. That was stolen. We got a 3-on-1 quickly developing for Aware. Leading the charge is Thor, who fires the pass to the opposite post, where it was deflected aside. Nico Cadiz was the intended recipient. Aware leading 3-1. Looking like a different team with Kadyrov in the lineup, as good as he's been today. That one was very nearly goal number 4. Sikora down and out, and thankfully for him, his teammates were able to block that one in front of the cage. Devin Michael has it. Only now is Sikora getting to his skates, but he was helped by some nice defensive play, and no goal so far. That one will trickle back out to neutral ice as it's over the stick of Eric Fowley. And retreating to collect is Thor Chartsuan for Aware. SIAM Mandalay. You know, you said before the game, Greg, that you expected this for no fault of the goalkeepers. You thought this would be a high-scoring game. Now the question does not become, is this going to be a high-scoring game? It's, can SIAM Mandalay match the firepower of a team that struggled to score goals all season long, but really looking good offensively in the early going of this one?
Well, they're going to have to shut down Kadyrov. They're going to have to think about their game defensively, not just offensively. They got to shut him down. They got to, send one of their best players out to match against him.
It's sad for me that this may be, I'm not sure if I heard this correctly from Dom before the game, this might be the only time as Maillard tries to return the favor to Kadyrov. Danila Kadyrov has 2 assists on Matthew Maillard's goals today, and you saw Maillard have it. And the first thing he did was look to give it right back to Kadyrov to return the favor to him. No, I was going to say, I'm not sure if I heard this correctly. This is the only time we'll see Kadyrov play this year because he is off next week to the Czech Republic to play professionally. But what a treat to watch him. Man, this kid's really good.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for us who get to watch him play, but it's not unfortunate for the guys who have to play against him, that's for sure.
Speaking of really good, that was Tom Stasny leading the break. Stasny, Friesen, and Bonazzo, that top line reunited, and that one hits the outside of the post from Stasny. SIAM Mandalay, when they need goals, you see them put these 3 together on the ice, and that's what's happening right now. Held in by Chartsuan, nice play. Bonazzo has it. Bonazzo looking for a centering pass. Stasny fires, and what a save by McAleer, diving back into position.
Unbelievable.
I cannot believe that one stayed out. Here's Vanetpool going to Stasny. Nice job waiting for that play to stay on sides. Friesen floats one towards the cage. That stays out. Vatanepikul, I should say. I skipped a couple of syllables. I apologize.
Yeah, there's a few hard names on the roster tonight to say.
Stasny with Friesen. Stasny fires into the breadbasket of McAleer, who's come up big so far. That's the 11th save of the game for young Jimmy McAleer on 12 shots, and some of them have been point blank.
Yeah, just going back to the names, Dan Sinagulia is another hard name to say. You have to really get the tongue around that. But he's easy to recognize because he's got the playoff beard going all year long.
I wouldn't say that it's a hard name to say. I would say the extra G can throw people off. But, the playoff beard, that doesn't help me. He's wearing a cage. That's the first time I learned he had a beard was right now from you.
Oh, yeah, he's got the playoff beard going all year long. He's got, as I say, the lettuce hanging out the helmet.
Cadiz with Oz Timel for Aware, leading 3-1. That one floated, and it goes over the cage. 3-1 our score. Aware, 3 goals on 11 shots. 1 on 12 for SIAM Mandalay. That was nearly goal number 4, right on the doorstep. But it stays out. That evens us at 12 shots apiece. That one just over the stick of Oztamel. And Sinagulia back to retrieve. We are 5 minutes and 30 seconds into the second period. No score in this period. 3-1 it remains on the big board. Here is Sinagulia. Him and his beard carry that one and flip it into the players' bench. Well, that gives me a chance to talk about OTR. I was gonna make a beard joke. I didn't really have one. I mean, there's a couple clips here you might see me with a beard. I can't decide what look I should go for.
You got the peach fuzz going.
Yeah, that's just that's called the end of a long weekend of editing. And there's the segue I was looking for. Editing this program, it's called OTR. You can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/OTR on the road, Thai food, culture, and history. Eventually we'll work in some hockey too. It has been a really fun project to be a part of, and we are excited for you to check us out either on YouTube or in the future right here on Thailand TV. Thank you so much, not just to all of you, but to Keith for helping to facilitate our addition to the Thailand TV lineup alongside such terrific programs as this hockey game that you're watching right now. Stasny was loose on the left, but the puck couldn't find him, and here is Kadyrov by himself. Throws one towards the cage, backhanded. He still got some muscle on that one. Sikora was in the right position, and that stays out. Now Stasny, he knew exactly where Bonazzo was, and he tried to find him blindly. But back we come the other way. It's Kadyrov, 1-on-3, and there's a shot kept out by Sikora. Get the feeling that one hurt. Even with all those pads on, it caught the top of the arm of Igor Sikora.
Yeah, that was a bullet drive.
Mike Friesen, he's got Bonazzo waiting to stay on side with him. Andrew Ross just puts one towards the cage. He does create a rebound, but there was nobody there to get it. Now here's Kadyrov with Kelly Shim next to him. Kadyrov brings it in and hits the outside of the pipe. Puck still loose behind the net where it's going to be Ross to collect, but his pass out of reach of Bonazzo, who will skate to the bench and ask for a line change. Kadyrov, 10 in red, 1 goal and 2 assists on the 3 Aware goals in this game so far. That shot ripped wide by Thor. Chartsuwan. Fowley has it. He'll tee up a slap shot, and Sikora will just glove it and get the whistle. And that lets us catch our breath as well, with 8 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. And wholesale line changes for the guys in white.
Good save by Igor. Good play to freeze the puck and get the face off.
The first time we've seen Igor Sikora in a while dream Unkul Patanasuk as the typical starting goalkeeper this year for SIAM Mandalay, but Igor Sikora is a really good player.
Yeah, he does not look rusty. He looks well-oiled, and he's playing a great game so far.
SIAM Mandalay looking to create some offense. You see every time they are able to collect the puck defensively, somebody is trying to get loose to spring a breakaway. I say that. This is the first possession where that hasn't happened, but Ralph Dittmer had it. McConnell will come off for a line change. The puck just down to the end of the ice, collected by Aware. Been a pretty entertaining hockey game. We saw a good one if you're just joining us, in the first game today was a dandy. It was a Lexicon Lumberjacks overtime win against KCG. Tell me if you've heard that song before. Second time this year we've had that result. There's a steal and a shot by Harrison Oztamel, saved by Sikora, and the puck back into the corner.
Yeah, it almost goes without saying that every game that goes into overtime is going to be a good one, but that really was a great game to watch. Very exciting all the way through, from beginning to end.
Here's Oztamel. Can't quite get his stick on that puck. I don't know if there's some ruts in the ice on that side. This arena has seen a lot of ice hockey today. Down to 7 minutes remaining in the second, and right now, all SIAM Mandalay wants to do is just find a way to get a clear, and there it is. That was a long defensive shift, but, you can watch a lot of hockey for a long time and not see that happen. Just as the door opened, Ono Susutiku's pass across the ice just, casually skittered into the player's bench, and we get a whistle. I think for a moment nobody knew that the puck was gone.
Yeah, and it's luckily nobody got hurt on that play, because sometimes that's what happens when the puck goes over the glass or through the door like that. Somebody can get injured because they're not expecting the puck to go into the bench.
Stasny fires a centering pass to Bonazzo that goes through. Friesen will hold it in. If you're SIAM Mandalay, you're not coming back in this game without possessing the puck, and that was about a minute and a half consecutive offensive zone time for Aware. So SIAM Mandalay trying to create something here. Stasny got that shot away, but it is deflected wide. Here's Kadyrov. Kadyrov with it, comes into the middle, fires a centering pass that's blocked and covered by Sikora, and we get the whistle and the stoppage and the face-off.
Okay, I thought he could have shot the puck there. He elected to make the pass. He didn't make the pass, but he was looking to make the pass. But I suspect in the third period, he's going to start to shoot the puck more. That's Kadyrov.
Well, I think, he's playing his first game with these teammates, and he's capable of shooting every time he touches the puck, and I think he's trying to be a good teammate. Kadyrov, SIAM Mandalay wanted a call there on a trip. He had to stick down on the ice, but it was most likely deemed unintentional, at least from up here. That's how it looked. He was attempting to play the puck.
That was a good non-call.
Here's Friesen. He's got Stasny and Bonazzo with him. Stasny holding, waits for somebody. Bonazzo just couldn't quite get a handle on it, but then he steals it right back from Shim into the middle. Stasny's shot ripped. I'm not sure if that was deflected wide or it went wide itself, but either way, not on net. And here comes Kadyrov. He's 1-on-3, but that doesn't mean he can't make a play. We have a hand up in the air. There's going to be a call. This is in that far corner where I can't really see what happened. I don't know.
That was just a check. This is a non-checking league, and he checked him right into the board. So it wasn't a real penalty, but in this league it is.
Thank you. Yeah, I was screened from that one. That was off in the one corner that I just cannot see an inch of from up here.
The viewers saw it, exactly what happened. He just absolutely checked him.
I thought it was more of a love tap, really. That was
Right,
that was
an
certainly not a hard check.
admiration,
That was not a hard check.
They said, we got to stop this guy somehow.
Mike Friesen, the SIAM Mandalay captain, is very disappointed in that call. You saw him politely exchanging words with the official to express his displeasure. I will make no judgment, as I have already told you. I did not see it. But it's a power play for Aware. There's a shot ripped off the goalpost. It may have caught a piece of Sikora as well. And that's a SIAM Mandalay clear. So, off with the penalty is Saku Rantanen, 21 in white. He's the one who's off. It's Aware's power play. That was Bauer with Cadiz and Devin Michael, who tried to create that scoring opportunity, but no shot recorded. Here's Oztimel, centering pass, but nobody home. Intercepted and back to the blue line, but not out. Still held in by Aware, and Oztimel will forecheck and fight for the puck behind the end line to collect. Here's Fowley. His blast is deflected high, but still not out. And jumping into the play is Chartsuan. Thor to the middle. That one skitters through. And Eric Fowley jumps in to keep it in. Still no clear. We are a minute and 15 seconds, exactly halfway through this power play. Finally, SIAM Mandalay will almost didn't get it out there. Barely got it out before Fowley intercepted right behind the blue line. Oztimel resets. Fowley jumps off and back onto the ice. Guess who? Kadyrov. Got to account for him wherever he may be. Here's Susutico with Maillard. Skate to stick. Behind the net, into the middle. Devin Michael lost it. Couldn't find it. Stolen. SIAM Mandalay will come back. They've got a 3-on-2. We'll see if they choose to make a play or just run some clock. That's a beautiful pass down low to McConnell, just beyond his reach. And now here's Kadyrov, back 3-on-2, floats the pass beautifully, and Igor Sikora post to post to make that save.
Nice save, Igor.
Seen a few dandies in net from both goalkeepers in this game so far. We saw McAleer stack the pads to rob a goal in the first period. That's Sikora taking one away right there on a perfect pass. Speaking of perfect passes, that is a Matthew Maillard hat trick. Toss the hats on the ice and say thank you to Danila Kadyrov for his third assist on a Maillard goal. What a gorgeous play and a brilliant finish.
Yeah, Igor almost had that one. He's going to be disappointed that he didn't save it because his arm was in the right place, but it just went under his arm, and a great goal.
Yeah, just listening, sorry, for confirmation from the public address announcer. If that's Matthew Maillard, and I'm not wrong about any of the previous ones, that's a hat trick in the first 2 periods for Maillard. Give him 6 goals now on the season. And, you know, it's not just Kadyrov who Aware is lucky to have. It's also Maillard. He missed last week's game, and having him back today, 3 goals. And for Kadyrov, 1 goal, 3 assists, and a 4-1 lead for Aware as the clock ticks down to the final seconds here of the second period. I'm not sure if I told our stations yet that you've got a local break coming up, but it is, so just be aware. This is your break coming now as the buzzer sounds. Let me see if I can get this right this time. This is Thailand's biggest night for hockey, Hockey Night in Thailand.
This is breaking news from ThailandTV.news. Now all the Thailand news is in one place. The latest reports from around the clock and around the world. Breaking Thailand news from all the world's top news sources, translated into 11 languages and updated 24 hours a day. Here's Ali with more.
ThailandTV.news has it all. The latest news, weather, and sports updates, plus up-to-the-minute events listings and fun things to do in Thailand. And that's not all. There's also entertainment, lifestyle, and travel news, including the latest visa information. If it's happening in Thailand, you'll find it here at ThailandTV.news.
It's all here at ThailandTV.news. All the latest news, weather, sports, they even cover ice hockey. It's all done at ThailandTV.news. Yes, it's all the Thailand news, all in one place.
And you're back.
17 minutes showing on the clock. The last 17 minutes of our doubleheader here, barring a second consecutive overtime game. But that would take a better performance in the third period than we've seen in the first 2 from SIAM Mandalay. Greg, what does SIAM Mandalay have to do, not just defensively, but offensively, to get back in this hockey game? 17 shots, only 1 goal.
They have to take it 1 goal at a time. If they score the next goal, they're right back in the game.
I love sports cliches. Here's Dan Santacolia charging after it. That was well said. I couldn't. My old baseball coach would have been really happy to hear me say exactly those words. Devin Michaels' shot, and Sikora makes the save, and you saw Sikora look behind him. He didn't know he'd caught it, but he did, and he gets the whistle.
Yeah, I mean, sports is a game of cliches as well, right?
I thought you were going to say sports is a game of inches, and you were just going to keep throwing them out there. Yeah. One play at a time. 1 foot in front of the other.
Here
we don't overlook anybody. Anyway, I can keep going, but I won't. I got to save some of those in case I actually need them. Here's Oztamel with it. Devin Michael was behind the net, waiting for the pass, but it skips past him. 4 goals on 22 shots for Aware. SIAM Mandalay 1 goal on 17 shots. And in the third period, the team switched sides again. And we see SIAM Mandalay moving from left to right, Aware from right to left. It's Aware in the red, SIAM Mandalay in the white. And now you are caught up. I would say since the first couple of games of the season, when Oleg Kabakov was in the lineup for Aware, this is the best their offense has performed all year. It's been this man, Matthew Maillard, the star on the stat sheet. He gets a hat trick and looking for more, but Stasny with Bonazzo is going to try and answer. Tom Stasny, he has played about as well as you can without registering a goal in the hockey game, and with his team trailing by 3. Stasny, every time he touches the puck, has been a scoring opportunity. Nothing new there.
Yep, and he's still playing with a broken toe.
He blocked a shot. I forgot about that. He actually blocked a shot earlier in this hockey game, playing with a broken toe. We did see him, as we said earlier, stretching and working out before the game up here in the press box. He seems to be moving around pretty well.
Yeah, I think he'd like to do a little bit of stretching in his donut shop, which is about 2 weeks behind from opening up.
It still hasn't opened yet.
Still has not opened. I came early for a donut, but it's still not open.
Can you tell me a little bit about this? What is this? Is this going to be is it going to be open only on game days? Is this going to be a full-time business? What are we talking about?
I believe he's expecting it to be open all the time, like during the day, of course, and for the games. But yeah, it's going to be a full-on business. Donut and coffee shop.
I guess daytime, this rink is still open for public skating, yeah? So
yes. It's used all hours of the day.
Here's Kadyrov. What a pass down low. And the shot was from Cadiz, but
big save.
Squeezing the blocker pads was Sikora, who makes save number, what was that, 20? Both goalies have looked pretty good in this game, to be honest.
Oh, especially, I mean Jimmy McAleer, he made that, I call it a Superman diving save. That was unbelievable.
We call stacking the pads on that one. And Igor Sikora going post to post is one of the best saves we've seen this season so far.
Yeah, it's great to see Igor playing well because he hasn't played the last few games. He's been off, but he's right back in it, unbelievably.
13 minutes remaining. Let's see if SIAM Mandalay can mount some kind of an offensive charge to claw back in. That was a couple of shots registered on that possession, but nothing doing, and it's harmlessly under the glove of Jimmy McAleer. Ed McConnell was the last one to get that shot registered. Jimmy McAleer only, 18 years old? 17? 16?
I think he's 17. On the cusp of 18, of course, but 17.
You can see his confidence growing. We've seen him now 4 times this season on the ice, and every time he's out there, he looks better than he did the game before, and it's just somebody who has got his, obviously he has the ability, but his confidence level seems to be rising, and you're a goalkeeper. How much of playing goal is just confidence?
90%.
Yeah,
90%.
Devin Michael fires that one, I think, is going to count as a shot on net. I believe that caught Sikora's shoulder pads on its way high and above the net. 5 minutes gone by already in a third period that sees no score so far. That pass in front, Michael turnaround shot is blockered aside. And here's Dan Sinagulia. He's got Gamble with him. McConnell trailing the play. Sinagulia will just float one. He was looking to create a rebound. Goes wide of the net. Still held in by Ross. Just played around into the corner. But it's taken right back, and here comes Aware. And just behind the streaking Danila Kadyrov. So here's Gamble with Sinagulia. His pass was just a little bit behind the mark. And now back the other way, it's Kadyrov. End to end we go. That shot is almost destined for that far corner, but Igor Sikora stays with it, gets in front of it, and covers up the rebound to get a face-off.
Yeah, Igor got in front of that one because he was already out of his net, cutting down the angle, and he just stuck his arm out and made the save.
Maillard on the face-off ends up in the possession of SIAM Mandalay. 4-1 our score. Aware, 4 goals on 26 shots. SIAM Mandalay, 18 shots, just 1. in the back of the net so far, but Stasny made a bid for number 2 as he deflected that one down low. It ends up back on Stasny's stick. He's got Friesen with him. Mike Friesen, the captain for SIAM Mandalay, scored his 8th goal of the season. So far, the only one registered by his team in this hockey game. That will be a... Well, I expected a call, didn't get one. Oh, there it is. Yep. There's the hand up. You were right. So, delayed penalty, puck touched up. There's the whistle, and we get the stoppage and the power play opportunity for SIAM Mandalay, trailing by 3 goals and needing something here. They'll have a 2-minute, 30-second man advantage.
Yep, this is where they really need to score a goal because time is starting to run down. Less than 10 minutes.
Andrew Sia possesses the puck. Stasny's with him. We got Stasny, Bonazzo, Friesen, and If Vatani Pikul wearing number 6. I apologize if I mispronounced. I apologize if I didn't get the spelling correct. It was a quick text message before the game. Stasny tees one up, and it's in. I'm not sure whether that got a piece of the defense or a piece of Jeff Bonazzo, but it's a power play goal, and it's 4-2.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for the call on that one because it looked like it could have been deflected.
We are down to 8 minutes and 55 seconds left to play. I have a feeling that line combination, Friesen, Bonazzo, and Stasny, we will most likely see for a good chunk of the remaining balance of this third period as SIAM Mandalay now, with some life, will try and claw their way back in. We've already seen one overtime game today. This one's certainly not in the books yet. I'm going to listen. Okay, so it's Bonazzo who gets credit for the goal. It was deflected. So Jeff Bonazzo's 3rd of the season. Tom Stasny's 8th assist. And I called a goal for Stasny before this game for no reason other than he was warming up right next to us. But still, so that would mean he's still got work to do to deliver.
Okay, the question here, Adam, is Aware going to go into a defensive shell or not, protect the lead? They can risk 1 goal, and it'll be 4-3. Right now it's 4-2, of course. Or do they continue with their offense and number 10, Kadyrov?
Look, I mean, again, I'm just, oh, that's deflected in. Devin Michael's got a goal. There's your answer.
Thank you.
3rd goal for Devin Michael on Thor Chartsuwan's blue line blast. And I believe Ernesto Bauer might also pick up an assist on that one as well. But Devin Michael gets the goal on the deflection, and it is 5-2 Aware. You know, my answer to your question before that play was going to be, if you're Aware, and you have been, if you're the team Aware, I mean, I made the joke too many times this year. If you're Aware, and your big weakness this season after the first 3 games when you had your sniper, your big weakness has been putting points on the board. You're just not scoring. Your offense has just been, sort of stuck in the mud. If your question is, do you keep your foot on the gas or do you play to squeeze? In my opinion, this win is not as important as figuring out the offense for Aware. If they can get that confidence up, even if Kadyrov is no longer going to be here playing with the team after this week. That last goal, he wasn't on the ice, right? And if Aware's offense can start clicking, whatever it takes, in my opinion, that's got to be the priority of this game. But What do I know? I'm just a guy that they put on microphone.
Well, they're also getting a great performance out of Jimmy McAleer tonight as well. Not that he hasn't played poorly in the other games. It's just that actually the defense has played poorly, and I think most of the goals were not his fault, but tonight he's just shutting them down big time.
Yeah, it's going to overshadow a pretty good performance from Igor Sikora as well, who will not be thrilled with the results to this point, but statistically speaking, he's saved 23 of 28, and some of them have been the 10-bell variety. Is an old expression for you. Here's Friesen with Bonazzo alongside. Friesen's shot is shouldered aside. That's save number 19 for McAleer on 21 shots. Stasny with the steal to looking for Friesen, but it was taken right back. And now here's Kadyrov. Danila Kadyrov will just hold the puck. Game's last 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Here's Ono Susutikul trying to return the pass. Little two-man game. Pass too far, but Kadyrov has it. Saucer pass into the middle. That shot turned aside. It was If who put it on net. You know, you can tell that we're watching a professional on the ice with those floating saucer passes. That one to the middle. Stasny turned aside by McAleer. Brilliant save. And the puck back out to neutral. Game's last 4 minutes, 45 seconds. And I cannot thank you enough for joining us for our presentation of this hockey doubleheader. That one almost snuck through. Gamble just throwing anything towards the goal, trying to create something here. SIAM Mandalay down by 3. Game's last couple of minutes, make it down by 2. That's in. That just got through. I mean, there was a millimeter of space for that one to sneak through, but I think Tom Stasny officially is going to have delivered on my pregame prediction. I believe that's going to be a goal for 92.
I think so too. It just snuck through Jimmy's arm. He was in the right place, but it was a great shot. It snuck through his arm, right between his chest and his arm.
Yep. 10th goal for Stasny. He's got a multi-point game. He's got a goal and an assist. It's 18 points on the season for Stasny now. 10 goals, 8 assists. Oztimel fires one into the belly of Sikora with the whistle and the stop. That does give me a chance for this stoppage in play to again acknowledge our hardworking production crew. Keith Mueller, the executive producer of Hockey Night in Thailand. Camera crew Jin, Peng, Ellie, Opor, Tanya, and Sonia. Guys, it is a pleasure and a treat to do this with you every Sunday, and I am really excited to get home and just watch this on YouTube archived. We've seen a couple of dynamite hockey games today. A lot of fun. This has not been, if you're a big fan of, you know, defense, maybe you don't like this game as much as the first one. Even the first games, there weren't a lot of goals, but it was not a, it was still a lot of opportunities, let's say. We've seen some wide open hockey. Andrew Ross puts that one into the glove of McAleer. Down to 2.5 minutes left to play in this one. It's Aware 5, SIAM Mandalay 3. With 2.5 minutes left and trailing by 2, you have to wonder if SIAM Mandalay considers pulling Igor Sikora a little early here.
In a game like this, I think 2 minutes is a bit too early. I know they're 2 goals down, but it's still a bit too early. If they get one at full strength here, pull them in the last minute.
If Aware hangs on and wins this game, these two teams would finish with identical records. They'd both be 3-8. Gamble fires. That one kicks up in the air where it's batted away from the goal mouth. Pretty nifty defensive play there from Thor Chartsuan. Gamble trying to pick that one up as well. McConnell gets to it. SIAM Mandalay would love to get one back here to at least have a puncher's chance, but Oztimel has it. Bauer and Michael with him. Ostimel's shot is stopped. We got an early whistle. He did not have control of that puck, but erring on the side of caution, I guess, for player safety.
Yeah, the referee was on the other side, so he really didn't get a good view of it, but I understand he blew the whistle early on that one.
Look, I think Igor Sikora thought he was holding that one in his glove too. I mean, that was pretty close. You know, that just bounced off the bottom of his glove. I think he thought he'd caught that too. Stasny will spring Bonazzo on a breakaway. Can he catch up to it? No, a little bit too far. But Friesen intercepts the dangerous pass from McAleer. You know, young Jimmy McAleer one day will learn not to throw passes in front of himself. You know, go to the corners.
Yeah, especially
please.
in a close game like this.
Stasny with the interception, coming back again. Stasny fires, and it's off the equipment of McAleer, and it somehow stays out. Stasny's got it back. 70 seconds to play. And a whistle. And I'm not sure what the call is. The clock is going to stop at 1 minute and 9 seconds left.
Yeah. Well, he's out for a misconduct now. So it must have been a penalty and then a misconduct, 10-minute misconduct.
So Jeff Benazzo is the one who I guess he wasn't a fan of what the original call was. I don't know what they're calling unless he...
Well,
what could that have been in that circumstance? Unless it's just something said?
It wasn't obvious. Actually, I thought that it was maybe a hand pass or something where they blew the whistle. But it was maybe interference or something.
Well, either way, it's a 10-minute misconduct, but there's only 1 minute remaining in this hockey game. And unfortunately for SIAM Mandalay, that will just about finish the hopes of any kind of comeback as they have to put the goalie back in net. Stasny doesn't want to hear that, though, as he charges down the ice, stealing the puck by himself. Stasny is like a bull in a china shop. One man fighting all 5 aware players, feeds the pass into the middle, and Chartsuwan's shot is turned aside. And honestly, that's a shame. We don't play favorites here in this league, but Tom Stasny deserved every ounce of that. That is one of the most impressive offensive possessions of one player. I mean, that, and we saw in the first game with Ken Kinborn having a very similar possession in the first period of the first game. Tom Stasny, all 5 aware players were around him. All 5 aware players were digging for the puck. Tom Stasny just fought all of them, got possession, fed a perfect centering pass to a teammate that he couldn't even see. He deserved a point on that possession. He gets better than that, he gets a goal. It's 5-4. I don't know why the clock is... Oh, that's a timeout clock that's running. Okay. Timeout clock. So for Stasny...
I think we're going to have an empty net maybe as well.
Oh, right? we should have an empty net, that's for sure, with a 1-goal game. And I'm not sure exactly how much time is going to be showing when this is over, but
the only problem with the empty net is there's still going to be even strength, right? Because they had a
That's correct.
That's right.
That's correct. But what are you going to do? So... 11 goals on the year for Stasny, 19 points. That's his second goal in this game. 40 seconds left, and is it possible that we're potentially going to have our second overtime game of the day?
Well, we got 40 seconds to find out, or less than 40 seconds.
Remember, in the first game, KCG scored the equalizer with 61 seconds remaining. They scored the game-tying goal with their own net empty with 1 minute and 1 second left. But Kadyrov, can he do something about that? Now, Kadyrov and Maillard, I'd pay to watch those two play the way that they've dominated this game. Maillard looking for number 4, and he flips it backhand just high. And here, with 20 seconds left, comes probably the final rush in this game for SIAM Mandalay. It's Stasny, and his pass goes behind Xia. That'll run off 10 seconds that they don't have to waste. Now 8, now 7. The puck still behind their own end line. Looking to spring Stasny on a breakout with 3, with 2, and that is all she wrote. SIAM Mandalay made a run at the end, but Aware will get their 3rd win of the season and move to 3-8 with this victory. 5-4, our final score after a 3-2 game in the opener. What a hockey game. And you know what? That was fun to watch. Even as a fan up here, sometimes I forgot I was broadcasting the game. That was a fun offensive performance. Hat trick from Maillard, 2 goals from Stasny. And I think for me, maybe the biggest takeaway from this one is how much fun it was to watch a player we had never seen before, Danila Kadyrov, really dominate the first period of this hockey game.
That's right. He was most effective in the first period, still effective all the way through, but his dominance was in the first period as opposed to the second and third, where it became more of a team effort. Great to see, great night of hockey because both games were close, both games were 1-goal games, and you can't ask for more than that.
So, Greg, while you're on camera, as a goalkeeper, I will give you the opportunity to sing the praises of Jimmy McAleer and how well he played in this win. Igor Sikora, who takes the loss in this game but still played well. We saw offensive heroics. We also saw fantastic goalkeeping in this game.
Yeah, both goalies played well. I have to say, it was probably the save of the year, that Jimmy McAleer, the way he did that Superman dive. I love that save. It's great to see. This is going to build up his confidence because through no fault of his own, he's had some high-scoring games, but I think it's really the weak defense as opposed to him. He's playing. I thought he was playing pretty solid, and I gave him the star of the game for his team last game, even though he had 7 goals against him. And tonight he played wonderful, especially in the first period when he had to be tough. Otherwise, it could have got out of control there.
With the win, Aware and SIAM Mandalay are now tied. Aware wins their 3rd against 8 losses. SIAM Mandalay loses their 8th against 3 wins. So that was a very convoluted way for me to say that they're both 3-8. The results of the first game today obviously didn't change the league standings, although we did see the first loss in the last 2.5 months for KCG. So KCG remains in first place in the league. Lexicon Lumberjacks in second, although they now have 7 wins, and a tie in third with Aware and SIAM Mandalay. Next week we shuffle the matchups again, and it's just this is the time of the season where you start to see some separation, but you also start to see some teams maybe beginning to make a run. And for Aware, you've got to feel pretty good about this result.
Absolutely, because it wasn't just Kadyrov that was a difference out there. He certainly played well, but it was a great team effort, and it just goes to show that Aware might just start to steamroll up the standings now.
Well, Greg, as always, it is an absolute pleasure to do some hockey games with you, and thank you so much for your additions. I learned about stand-up comedy. I learned about, it's always a learning experience doing a hockey game with you, and I appreciate your time today.
Well, thanks so much.
And thank you, gentlemen, and we will see you guys next week. I think Adam's got his bye week again, and then he'll be back, and Greg, we'll see him maybe next week or in the future when we'll see both of you guys. So
okay,
thanks again, and we'll see you, everybody, next time. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
This has been a presentation of ThailandTV.tv, winner of the SHL Golden Mike Award for Excellence in Broadcasting for Hockey Night in Thailand.